Hi guys, so last week there was a quiz bowl tournament down in San Diego at UCSD, and this Friday I'm going to Chicago for quiz bowl nationals, so that should be fun. Melting pot is tomorrow, so that should be interesting. I haven't been in 2 years. So I thought this week I would spice things up by doing something special, and I asked people to send me weird fanfics, and the only one I got was from Kylie, but I'll take it. So I'm gonna try and read this and keep a straight face. Okay. The Skin Fic by Weird Fit Girl. There's barely any after sun left. Phil desperately squeezes the tube, but only the merest dribble runs out. Oh fuck, Phil hisses. He catches sight of his pink, scaly body in the mirror and sighs in frustration. You won't need any sunscreen, Dan. Phil bitterly mocks Dan's voice from just yesterday. It's not even that sunny. He slams the tube into the bin and waddles out of the bathroom, idly picking up a strip of white skin and peeling it away from his arm. He retreats to the bedroom and stands next to the bed, looking at the sleeping Dan with a cocktail of love and anger burning in his stomach. Fuck you. Dan stirs, sits up. What? Look at me. Dan's jaw drops open as his eyes flicker over Phil's sun-damaged and peeling form. I am in agony, you uttered bastard. Dan just smirks and opens up the bedsheets. He's naked, like Phil, who miserably climbs back into bed and into Dan's arms. Look at me, he repeats softly. I'm a monster. A scaly, peeling monster. He freezes as Dan's tongue grazes over his newly roughened cheek. I think you look fucking sexy. Phil goes to pull away, but Dan tightens his grip. Their bodies collide as Dan grinds his soft skin into Phil's tender and rough form. Dan pecks at his lips but diverts his attention to a strip of skin peeling from Phil's neck. Phil closes his eyes as Dan takes the end of it between his teeth and pulls it away fluidly. Maybe I lied about you not needing sunscreen, Dan moans, guiding Phil's sore hands to his already hard cock. Maybe I have some fucked up fetish when it comes to peeling. It hurts so much, Phil whines. It get better, Dan. Phil's breath hitches as Dan tears away another piece of skin from his body and sucks it into his mouth, relishing the salty taste and running his tongue over the scales before swallowing it. That's fucked up. Phil frowns, but shamefully it's getting him hard too. He continues to wink Dan off while he strips him of skin and licks his tender red flesh. Dan moves to straddle Phil, leaning over and rubbing at his torso so flakes of skin peel away in clouds. Phil shrieks in pain. Dan, there's no after sun, and I'm in enough pain as it is. I can fix that. Dan's voice is hoarse. He moves onto Phil's stomach and starts fiercely rubbing his dick over Phil's chest. Within seconds, he covers Phil in cum. Oh God, Phil clenches, the sheets between his fingers as Dan rubs the hot cum, he spelled cum wrong, onto Phil's fingered flesh. Phil moans as it starts to cool, caressing his own shaft. He's close already. Did you burn your cock? Dan whispers, slipping down to check. Phil blushes, remembering the naked sunbathing of yesterday noon. He moans as he feels Dan's tongue ridding his dick of loose skin and soothing the burning flesh. He feels Dan's mouth enveloping his head and comes instantly. When he's done, Dan collapses next to him on the bed. That was disgusting, Phil mutters in shame. Dan reaches over, peels a long strip of skin from Phil's hip, and twists it around his fingers with a smile. We're not leaving this bed until you're healed, you know. Phil watches as his lover lowers the skin into his mouth and slowly chews before whispering, I know. Dear God. Where do you find these things? This is almost as bad as the freaking cock ashtrays that Belen showed all of us. I need ideas for my bio video. And a French recipe. And my lip parody. My inbox is always open.